Dragon Age Origins was rated M for mature by the ESRB and contains blood, intense violence, language, partial nudity, and sexual content. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, everyone. My name is Amaronith, and I play games for the internet. And today we're playing Dragon Age Origins. It's the start of a new recording session for me, and whew, it's been, at the time of recording this, it has been a week. So I'm glad to be sitting here and about to play video games with you all. Last time we played, if I remember correctly, we finished our business in Lothering. Some of it bittersweet, some not. And we met a pair of dwarves who decided, no, we don't need to travel with you just yet. We had an awful dream about the archdemon, so we have that to look forward to for the rest of our lives, however long that may be. Fun. And we met those two same dwarves. Yes, hello, Harley, you're a good boy. Who's a good boy? And those two dwarves showed up, and they were like, you know what, we changed our minds. And that's Bodin Fedek and his son Sandal, and they basically follow you around for the rest of the game, so anytime you're in camp, which conveniently always looks like this, they'll be here for you to buy things from or enchant things from. And actually, that reminds me, I have update stuff. Like, no, this longbow does not have a nature resistance attached to it, but it's stronger, so we go with it. And Alistair has a new sword that goes sparky sparky boom. When it's decides to, I guess. Fine, be that way. Sten, I already gave you the really nice chastened sword. Even though this sword is super strong, that one has, like, more nice stuff on it, so I'm not gonna change it out just yet until I find a sword that's even nicer. And so now I can sell all this except for the Warden's longsword, because I refuse to sell Alistair's, sword. And right. I forgot what I was saying. Whoops. I also forgot to set my timer. 1 second. Yeah, I have a timer to at least keep me somewhat aware of how long I've been recording, and so I don't end up with hour-and-a-half long episodes, because I don't think anybody would actually have the time to watch those. Oof. Right, so now that we've done all that, and yeah, there we go, there's Alistair's sword doing the sparky sparky thing. So yes, we met, we now have Bodin Fedek and his son Sandal in our camp at all times. We also, last episode, met a fellow over here by the name of Levi Dryden, who had been an old friend of Duncan's, and Duncan had promised him assistance when he was alive. Once he'd finished Ostagar, he would go with him to a place that is of personal significance to the Drydens, but also significance to the Grey Wardens as a institution. But now that Duncan is dead, that promise falls to the last two remaining Grey Wardens in all of Ferelden. These two losers. Make her save us all. Anyway, let's start the episode with a little bit of conversation. Yes, I know the song goes a little less conversation, a little more action, but before we get to the action, we go to the conversation. Because, I believe I've pointed it out before, but the characters have an approval meter. And the more they like you, the stronger they get in battle, and the more they are willing to stick around, and in some cases, they will like to romance you. So, it's weird. You will always have 3 romance choices, whether you are male or female. Your character, at least, anyway. We haven't gotten all of our party yet. Spoiler. So we haven't gotten all of our romance options yet. We only have 3. And I feel perfectly... 3 of 4. Let me put it that way. We have 3 of 4 romance options right now, which are Alistair, who is the straight option for if you play as a lady. We have Morrigan, who is the straight option if you play as a man, and Liliana, who's, you know, bisexual, and that's lovely. But right now, everyone's approval of us is, even if it's high, it's still at neutral, because the numbers were because of gifts that we had bought from Bodden last time. Harley, however, came into the party at approval 100 and friendly, and I don't believe it can actually go down. There's no way Harley can disapprove of you. Or your Mabari, I should say. So even, like, look at Liliana. She's got 71 approval, but she feels neutrally towards us. And Sten feels neutral, and Farria doesn't have an approval rating of herself because that seems a bit much. You can't exactly leave your own party because you disapprove of your own actions, you know? Anyway, let's talk to everyone. I think, yes, I think we should have, like, at least one conversation with all of our party members and see where that gets us.
Something on your mind?
Alistair, do you want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
That doesn't mean I don't want his loss.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the Blight and everything. I'm sorry.
Alistair, there's no need to apologize.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
He had you?
I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like I abandoned him.
He saved your life by sending you to the tower.
Yes. I know. I think he came from Hyeva, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. The Dalish don't practice cremation, do they? How do your people honor your dead?
We bury them and plant a tree over their remains.
That sounds quite beautiful. Life springing from death. Thank you. It was good to talk about this with a friend. It means a lot to me.
Maybe I'll go to Highever with you when you go.
I'd like that. So would he, I think.
And Alistair has approved of us +5. And feels warmly towards us. You have to be careful, however, when it comes to your romance people. Because if you get it too high, they'll be like, hello, my love, let us, you know. And if you're not romancing that person, you have to turn them down, and it breaks my heart every time. So, yeah. Hello, Liliana.
I must say that traveling with you has opened my eyes to how wrong some are about the Dalish. You are not at all savage, and I've not seen you snatch away women and children without provocation.
My people are often misunderstood. We're used to it.
If my people were more open to interacting with yours, we could do away with such misperceptions.
There are closed-minded individuals on both sides.
I hear many city folk talk about how wonderful it must be to live simpler lives, close to the earth. They could learn from the Dalish.
Fucking do you think us a quaint curiosity meant for study?
I'm sorry. I did not mean it like that. I wasn't trying to belittle your culture. I have met very few elves, and those that I have met were pledged to the service of Orlesian nobles.
Slaves.
They are serfs. There is no slavery in Orlais.
It's the same thing.
Elven servants are well compensated for their services. Some of them live richer lives than humans. A well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at.
Like a prize-winning animal?
No, I did not mean it that way. Oh, my words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend. I am sorry.
I am elven, but more than that, I am a person.
Of course. I am sorry if I implied otherwise. Thank you. You have given me a lot to think about.
I hope I did. But that is approval +1. And... well, she feels warmly towards us, even with that. That's a rough conversation to have. But you always gotta call someone out on their racism. Even if they're your friend, even if you care about them, even if... you know, you gotta do something. Sometimes you gotta have the hard conversations with the people you care about. Because if their heart's in the right place, they'll be horrified that that's what they're doing.
You are not
Hello,
quite
Stan.
as callow as I thought. That is unexpected.
Callow! You thought I was Callow?
You sound surprised. You must
I
have
am
heard this before.
surprised.
You'll get over it. Eventually.
I guess. Why did you come to Ferelden?
I was sent to be the eyes of the Antom. The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
What's an Arishok?
The one who commands the Antom, the body of the Kunari.
So he's your king.
Kunari have no kings.
What do you have then?
Little patience for endless questions.
I'm never gonna ask why would the Kunari care about the Blight, because that's a really, really dumb question. I mean, they live here. Like, the Blight is a world-ending event, and they happen to live on the world that we live on. it will affect them too eventually, or, you know, not like faster than that, unfortunately. So, yeah, they care. But and I apologize if my accent for Farria keeps slipping all over the place. I'm not the best voice actor, but I'm trying. Did you find the answer to his question?
A portion of it.
What was the answer?
Were you not at Ostagar when the army was overwhelmed? That is your answer.
Well, don't you have to report back then?
Yes.
When are you going to do that?
Never. I cannot go home.
Oh. Oh. Well, you can stay with us.
Thank you. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
Well, yeah, but what were you doing in that cage?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Very well. I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware.
What do you mean by a weak mind?
That is complicated. I came to your lands with 7 of the Beresad, my brothers, to seek answers about the Blight. We made our way across the Ferelden countryside without incident, seeing nothing of the threat we were sent to observe. Until the night we camped by Lake Callanhad. They came from everywhere. The earth beneath our feet, the air above us. Our own shadows harbored the Darkspawn. I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I fell.
That sounds like what happened to me at Ostagar.
I heard the stories of Ostagar. Your kith stood their ground when others fled. No one can do more than that. I don't know how long I lay on the battlefield among the dead, nor do I know how the farmers found me. I only know that when I woke I was no longer among my brothers, and my sword was gone from my hand.
What did you do?
I searched for it, and when that failed I asked my rescuers what had become of it.
And then?
I killed them. With my bare hands. I did. I knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to lie to me. I panicked. Unthinking, I struck them down.
It's terrible.
I know I cannot justify what I have done. My honor is forfeit. That sword was made for my hand alone. I have carried it from the day I was set into the Beresad. I was to die wielding it for my people. Even if I could cross Ferelden and Tevinter unarmed and alone to bring my report to the Arishok, I would be slain on sight by the Antam. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. No soldier would cast aside his blade while he drew breath.
Couldn't you search for it?
If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now.
Where did you fight the Darkspawn?
Near Lake Callanhad.
Don't worry, Sten. We'll find it.
Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same.
Wow, we got a huge boost in Sten's approval of us. And he got several new plot-related abilities. Yeah, that's what happens when your party's approval of you gets, or at least the character's approval of you gets real high. See? Approval is 77, and he feels warmly towards us. When your party's approval of you gets higher, they get plot-related, they get plot-related skills. There we go. So Sten just got these two at the same time. Inspired by your leadership, this party member has gained a major bonus to strength. That's real neat. Oh, I feel warmly about you too, Sten. And finally, let's go to Morrigan, who's being antisocial. Hello, Morrigan.
I await your command.
So, life in the wilds must have been very lonely.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
That sounds so wonderful.
For a time, but one can only remain a child for so long. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
I can't imagine Flemeth was pleased.
She was not. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
But you were just a child.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
Those are harsh lessons to teach a child.
Perhaps, but they were necessary still. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Morrigan's approval +5. See? And she now feels warmly towards us. And, let's visit Bodden.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Let me see your wares, Bodden.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Yeah, he offers us a nice discount. I've got all this stuff that I've picked up. I'm not using any of it. I'm hanging on to the blood dragon plate, because I'll either put that on Alistair or Sten. Let's just get rid of all that. We now have some more capacity to pick up stuff. And let's grab these. Right. Thank you. And go into inventory. We're gonna put this on us so we always get more money. Money is vital in this game. Stamina regeneration. Sorry, Liliana. You know, I think... No. It's keep that as it is. I was gonna, swap Liliana over to, was gonna swap Liliana over to using the bow, and I would have Farria use daggers, but no. Anyway. Right. Merchant stuff done. Conversations done. I'm going to try to have at least one conversation with every party member in camp anytime we are in camp. So, yeah, but all that done, let's go forth. And as much as I want to bring my dog, Stan.
Yes.
Alistair.
Yes.
Indeed.
Liliana. I don't use Morrigan. Again, I'm sorry if you like her. But she is so mean. She is so mean. And I think that something that Farria would do, she would go to her people first. So we are going to the Brecilian outskirts to speak with the Dalish. And on this screen, the ever-expanding blot of ink down here is the spread of the Blight.
Andaranatishn, my friend. You have come a long way. I give you the welcome of our clan. These are curious companions you have. Might I ask the purpose of your visit?
I have come on behalf of the Grey Wardens, sister.
The Grey Wardens? You have joined their ranks? How unusual! Excuse my surprise. I will take you to the Keeper right away.
I see we have a guest. And one of our own, no less.
This one is from one of our sister clans to the north, Keeper, but claims to have come on behalf of the Grey Wardens.
The Grey Wardens? How unusual that one of our own should join their ranks. How did such a thing occur?
It is a long story. Perhaps another time.
Perhaps so. At the moment, I'm afraid I have little time to spare for long tales. Masirinus Mithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Now, perhaps we might introduce ourselves. I am Zathrian, Keeper and Haran of this clan. You are?
My name is Farria. Pleased to meet you.
If you came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
Yes, it seems like you've had your own troubles. What are the odds?
So their first reaction to trouble is to flee from it. Curious.
Do not allow our troubles to burden you, though I suspect they may impact your mission. I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me. The clan came to the Brecilian Forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us, and though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped, but we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry.
There are actual werewolves in the forest.
There was a time in Ferelden's history when werebeasts roamed the lands in great numbers. Spirits possessed animals and turned them into horrific monsters. The humans warred against and destroyed these creatures. No doubt their tales of those days grow ever more inaccurate. The werebeasts are not all gone from this land, and the ones that stalk the Brecilian forests are proof of this.
Oh. Why would these beasts attack you?
They are savage and unrelenting. They need no reason to attack anyone. What is curious, however, is the ambush. We expect werewolves to be no more cunning than a rabid wolf. The ambush suggests a level of intelligence we've never seen before.
Maybe they aren't as unintelligent as you think.
I doubt that. The very curse that is in their blood fills them with an unreasoning rage that precludes any true thought.
Oh, sure, they're the unreasonable ones. Surely must have some warriors to spare.
Not enough to make a difference for you, and not simultaneously leave us defenseless.
Is there no way to help your men?
The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself. And that would be no trivial task to retrieve.
I'm good at non-trivial tasks.
Within the Brecilian Forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan.
Have you considered asking outside help?
From whom? The Children of the Stone? The Shemlin? Do you truly think they have time to spare for us?
You said you could perhaps destroy this curse?
There is no guarantee that this will work, as I suspect. But it's the only hope we have left.
I'll find this Witherfang for you.
I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brecilian Forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck.
I'll need some equipment.
Then I suggest you see Master Verathorn. I will instruct him to put aside some supplies for you, the kind that the hunters use.
I have some questions for you.
Make them quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sayrel, the clan's storyteller, could provide you with answers just as easily.
How do I find Witherfang? Do you have any advice?
Watch for the white wolves. They are his eyes and ears in the forest.
Tell me more about this curse that the hunters suffer from.
There is not much to say. It stemmed originally from Witherfang, but now any werewolf may infect someone with it.
So did all werewolves everywhere stem from Witherfang?
No. The ones from this forest, however, do.
So if a werewolf bites me, then I'll become infected?
It is possible, but not guaranteed. The only way to protect against the curse is not to be bitten.
How do you know if you've been infected by the curse?
You will know within a matter of days. You will begin to sweat and vomit, and most tellingly, your temper will become wild and uncontrollable. If that happens to you, you should seek out Witherfang even more swiftly. Your mission at that point will be rather personal.
How did the curse start?
That is a long tale I do not have time to tell. Ask Sayrel about it if you wish.
I want to ask about something else, except I don't think I do.
Go on then.
I should go.
I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
Yeah, same. Quest updated, codex updated, and a new screenshot, whatever. Let's journal. Blight, nature. Let's make that active. Yeah, slay a Witherfang and bring the heart to Zethrian. Alright. Shit. Well, let's,
As you wish.
get some new codex entries. We'll talk to the merchant in a bit. I want to talk to Miss Lanaya.
Underan Atishan Lethalon. My name's Lanaya, Zathrian's first. I hear your clan has moved on to the north, and that you're now one of the Grey Wardens. Allow me to congratulate you for stepping into a world that few of our people even dream of. I wish I could do the same.
Thank you. It has been an interesting adventure.
I must admit, I am a bit jealous. I have too many duties to my clan to do more than dream of such travels. Perhaps, since you have traveled in the outside world yourself, might I ask you a question or two?
For fellow Dalish? Anything.
I hear the human cities are very large, thousands upon thousands of souls all packed together in their houses. Is that true?
In some places. They can't imagine how we live either.
I never thought of it like that. They truly couldn't imagine this kind of freedom? How odd. I try to imagine those of our people living in such a place, surrounded by walls of stone and indifference. It is a difficult thought.
It isn't an easy life for them, that's true.
Why do they stay, do you think? These elves who live with the humans.
It's their home. Why wouldn't they stay where they live?
I had not thought of that. They must take joy in the home they have now, though they may not remember the homeland we once had. It is said that one day we will have a land of our own. We Dalish gather the ancient wisdom in preparation for this. When that day comes, all elves, even those who have forgotten, will reclaim their former glory. I have one more question, though I'm not sure you can answer it. Do the humans ever regret what they did to us?
I think some of them do. Not all humans are the same.
And yet, even if some regret, they do nothing. A poet once wrote of them, before the fall of the Dales. Like dragons they fly, glory upon wings. Like dragons, they savage, fearsome, pretty things. But you don't need me to quote poetry to you. Forgive me. Perhaps you have some questions of your own.
What can you tell me about Zethrian?
Nothing that you could not ask Zathrian himself. He is the keeper of this clan and has been for a very long time. He is also a very good man who has lost much. The Dalish are everything to him, and he would do anything to protect them.
Lost much? What has he lost?
I really shouldn't talk about that. That's something you should ask him about yourself.
Tell me more about yourself.
I'm hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans. I came to the Dalish at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from.
How did you come to the Dalish if you were so young?
My parents were servants to a human merchant whose caravans plied the southern routes. One day, bandits killed him, and my parents both. I was the only survivor, just a young girl, and the bandits took me. I was their servant for several years.
You sound very matter-of-fact about it.
Do I? It's taken many years of reflection to come to terms with it, to forgive what those men did to me. I can only imagine what would have happened had the clan not saved me from them. I owe them my life for that, and more.
You said that the Dalish rescued you from bandits?
The bandits killed a scout when the clan passed near their camp. When the clan discovered him, Zathrian came looking for his killers. He followed their tracks for almost a month, and when he finally caught up to us, he fell on the bandits like a terror. No one could stop him. I sat there and I watched him attack them in a blur, and I reveled in every blow. When he saw me, the fury in his eyes turned to pity. He took me back to the clan, and I've been here ever since.
Didn't you have family you could have returned to?
It's possible I might have had some, maybe many. Zathrian offered to take me back, but I had no idea where I was from, and I wanted to stay with the man who rescued me. The clan is my family. Any others out there? It's best they believe that little girl died with her parents. For now, the clan is all I need. My old world could not have offered me all this, and the knowledge of a keeper as well. Perhaps one day, when I am keeper, I might inquire out of curiosity. I'm not sure what lies down that road except pain, however.
How did you become a keeper?
I am not a keeper. I am Zathrian's first. Though because I was not born into the clan, becoming his first was very difficult. We Dalish have old traditions. The clans come from the ranks of the nobility that once ruled the Dales, you see. The keepers of those old clans have the strongest and purest blood that reaches back to the days of Arlathan. I had to compete against the other candidates for first, to be better than them in everything, simply because I was not of the old blood.
You must be proud of your accomplishments.
I am. The ceremony where Zathrian anointed me as his first was the proudest day of my life. The clan has placed great trust in me. One day, I will lead them and be the one who secures our future.
I should go.
As you wish. Darth Shirel.
I admit, I've played a lot of Inquisition, Dragon Age Inquisition. So hearing how they spoke Elvish in Origins, my father's side of the family is very Italian, and it hurts his soul that I say things like ricotta cheese and mozzarella, because the way he says it is ragot and mozzarella. So I feel like this is a little bit like that. But what is right? Who knows? Because it's fantasy language. But whatever. Let's talk to the merchant first. Hello, Varathorn.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Varathorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Varathorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest, and Darren Atishan friend. It has been some years since I met Master Island at the last gathering. He is still hale, I hope.
He was fine when I last saw him, yes.
That is good to hear. Your clan is more familiar to us than most, since we do not stray far from each other in this land. I met your father, for he was once keeper of your clan. You carry many of his features. He spoke at a gathering, telling the clans that more of us need to voyage into the Shemlin world and learn their ways. He would be proud to see his daughter a Grey Warden, I think.
Thank you. That's kind of you to say.
Our people speak so little of the dead, especially those who end in tragedy. I thought you should know. regardless.
You seem quite advanced in the old craft, Master.
What little of the craft I've learned has been passed on to me through generations. Such is the time it has taken us to learn a fraction of what has been lost. I do not make bows as fine as Master Island's, perhaps, but might have caused more than one Shemlin to drool at the thought of possessing them. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel, but far lighter. It grows only in this forest. Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
What if I found some ironbark for you?
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. Now, if you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
What kind of item would you make?
I excel in making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate. Provided there's enough wood, that is.
Very well. I'll take a look when I'm in the forest.
That would please me. So long as our hunters come first.
Of course, of course. I was told you could supply me with some equipment.
Yes, yes. The Keeper sent word that you might ask me for such. I took the liberty of assembling some goods that our hunters use. There is a large chest by the Araville, where I put everything we could spare. Feel free to sort through it and take whatever you need.
Is there any other equipment you could spare?
I have nothing left that the clan could spare, but we do have goods that we were going to bring to the Shemlin villages to barter with.
I would like to barter with you.
I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
All right. Yeah, let's see what you got, old man. This is a longsword. Meh. Meh. Ooh. Dalish longbow. Oh, I covet. I mean, what the Dalish longbow? I don't need elf rope. None of this would be enough to really boost. I am not selling any of my friends' gifts, or the... I'm not sure... I don't think selling any of these... I think I might need these later, which is why I haven't sold them already. It's a gift. It's a claw trap that I don't use. I don't use these salves. I just kind of tough it out and deal with what comes. Poison I do use. Can I? Yes! Give. And new quest. But first things first. Yes. And, hey.
It is good to see you again.
Hi.
Have you
yeah.
need of something?
I would like to barter with you.
I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps
Sure,
there's
sure.
something here which will be of value to you.
No, I want to give you this. Thank you. Let's do, Alright, take. So, okay, you see that there's this chest here, and it's sparkly, and we can open it? No. No, we cannot open it. I have had to re-record this.
Through the forest. Do the trees just get out of their way, or what?
And that's what the whole other for, Alistair. Right. Ooh. There's a codex thingy to read later, I think. But, right, fuck. I forgot what I was saying, god damn it, Alistair. There's... Oh, right, let's,
Anathara, friend. It is good to see another of the wandering clans. Where is your clan now, if I might ask?
I don't know. I have been separated from them for some time.
I see. I am glad you have become part of such a respectful organization as the Grey Wardens, however. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brecilian Forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me.
Forbidden you?
We are banned from entering the forest now. I have more cause than most, but I will not disobey my keeper.
Why do you want to enter the forest?
I suppose there's no harm in telling a fellow elf, but surely you have greater concerns than any problem of mine, no?
I'd still like to hear it.
Well, perhaps you could help me with it. I would certainly appreciate anything you could do. My wife Dalish and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Dalish is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her.
I would not allow any to keep me from my goal.
Going out there could cause another attack, and I wish no harm upon my clan.
This I understand. To hold the group over the individual is worthy. An unexpected trait in your kind.
If I could just know if Dalish is alive, or what happened to her, then I could be at peace.
I'm sorry, that's terrible.
Masiranas, thank you. The Keeper means well, but I must discover the truth for myself. If you were in the forest, perhaps you might come across her, alive or dead. Any news would be better than none. And in return, I would be happy to gift you an amulet made by our craftsman. It may fetch you some coin in the human lands.
I'll see what I can do.
Since we seem to be heading into the forest anyhow, that does seem to be the right thing to do.
You are most kind.
I should go.
Please, should you come across my wife, return and tell me.
Oh, and Alistair approves of us. +1. Yay! Alistair likes when you want to help people. Meanwhile, if I had Morrigan in the party, she would have been annoyed with us. Ooh, I don't think I've gotten that. I've had to record this episode several times, by the way. Things kept going wrong. One time I thought I had recorded it really amazingly, And it turned out none of the game audio recorded at all. Heck. So we're gonna wander about. Hi.
Who comes? Anathara. I was so busy attending the Hala, I did not hear you coming.
I take it you are the clan's master herder.
I am indeed. I am Alora, and it is my place to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. In return, the Hala guide us where we need to go.
I noticed you've separated this Hala from the herd.
I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery. For her sake, as well as that of the others.
Is there anything I can... I'm sorry, that must be a very hard decision.
I wish I could calm her enough to speak with her. We have lost so many of our hunters. I would hate to lose one of our Hala as well.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful. Yes, that's it. She's calming down. That's it, love. Be calm. Tell me what troubles you. Ah, I see. It is her life mate who is sick, not her. He was bitten on the leg during the attack, and she fears greatly for him. I did not realize another Hala was injured. This will allow me to prevent the sickness from spreading to the entire herd. Masiranus, thank you. You have done my clan a great boon this day. I will always be grateful for your help.
Yay. We helped. Yay. Right, but now that we've done that... Let's,
Welcome to our clan. It is good to see more of my own people from elsewhere.
You've never met another Dalish?
At the last gathering of the clans, I was too young to be permitted to mingle. I look forward to the next.
Who are you?
I am Ganna. It is a grand thing that you have chosen to become a Grey Warden. I wish I were as brave as you are.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Is there something I can do for you?
Can you answer some questions?
I am not sure what I can tell you, but I shall try.
I need some equipment.
Master Verathorn should have what you need. Seek him out at the forge.
What can you tell me about Master Zathrian?
Zathrian? He has been our keeper since long before my parents' parents were born. What could you wish to know about him?
Just how old is Zathrian exactly?
I don't know. Very old. It is said that Zathrian may be one of the first to become as our ancestors were long ago, immortal.
But how could that be? Why him and not others?
All of us live longer than flat ears, you know that. Is your keeper not also very old? Why Zathrian differs from the others, I do not know. Perhaps he has been blessed by the creators.
I want to know something else.
What is that?
Tell me about the forest.
You would be best to speak to Seyrel. He is our storyteller and knows far more of such tales.
Well, I should go.
Then may the creators bring you fortune.
You know what? Yeah, we put it off, we put it off. Let's go talk to Seyrel, and then I'll end the episode. After we finish talking to him, I think.
As you wish.
Statue is dedicated to the elven wolf god Fenharel. Damn it. It goes so fast. There you are.
I hear you had a hand in saving the Hala. Masiranas. I'm not sure what we would do without them.
Oh, dang it. I forgot. You have to talk to him first before you do any quests in the, Anyway, what can you tell me about the forest?
I know a few tales. Our clan has passed this way many times before, even when the Shemlin lived in these parts. You wish? I can tell you what I know. It is not a long story.
Yes, tell me of the forest.
Our legends say that before the Shemlin came, the Brecilian Forest was a place of our ancestors that predated even our oldest homeland. The people of the Imperium came here and gave the forest its name. If they found traces of our ancestors, we cannot say. If they did, those elves were slain or enslaved. We know only that a great many battles were fought here. These trees grow upon the graves of those who fell, Shemlin and elves both.
And what does that have to do with the werewolves?
So much death in one place tore the veil into the beyond. The Shemlin know the beyond as the Fade, the place of dreams and spirits. When the veil is torn, spirits pass into our world freely. The legends say that one great spirit possessed the wolf that became Witherfang, who passed its curse of rage onto men and created werewolves.
This Witherfang still exists today?
So Zathrian insists. He says that Witherfang does not age as the werewolves do. Witherfang is as much spirit as it is beast, and thus it is immortal. Perhaps it cannot even be slain. At the very least, it is old and powerful, much as Zathrian himself.
So there are many spirits in the forest?
The forest is said to be haunted. Spirits possess the trees, the wolves, even the bodies of the dead. They yearn for true life, you see.
There were battles in the forest.
Who can say what value the Imperium placed on this land? And how many elves died here in slavery? Even the barbarians who came to overthrow the Imperium fought and died on this soil.
How many werewolves are there?
No one knows. When the Shemlin lived in these parts, the curse would spread anew to a few of them with each passing year. They would run off into the forest, never to be seen again. Eventually, all the Shemlin left. One assumes the werewolves survive by passing their curse to their offspring. They have had no new blood. Until now, that is.
Have the hunters become werewolves?
It is said that one or two have turned already, though the Keeper denies it. As for the rest, they will either die or turn, unless they are killed out of mercy. I would rather die than become a ravening, soulless beast. Wouldn't you?
That's all I need to know.
One last warning. The forest is like a thing alive. It changes as it wills, closing paths behind you and opening up new ones. Too many have become lost within, unable to find their way out. Were I you, I would endeavor not to make the forest my enemy.
I think Sarel's voice actor is the same as Duncan's, but I can't be sure, and I'm not gonna waste the time looking it up. You know what? I'm gonna take care of Kemen, and then we can call it.
You are the Dalish Grey Warden, and Anathara. It is good to meet you.
Thank you. Who might you be?
I am Kamen, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter.
Why can't you?
I suppose there's no harm in telling you. You know our ways. I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of a beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Ganna.
Girl problems, I see.
She's my heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Ganna will never bond with me. I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery.
Can I ask you some questions?
I don't think there's anything I can tell you. My clanmates in the camp would be better at that. Oh, what do you want now? I told you everything already.
There must be some way to solve your problem.
You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do.
What if I got a pelt for you?
No, I couldn't do that. I must kill the beast myself. It is my rite of passage to become a full hunter.
Why not go into the forest anyway?
But the keeper said, no, I just can't. What if I encountered a werewolf? I couldn't defeat one of those on my own.
Have you tried wooing Ganna?
Wooing? I don't understand.
Forget I mentioned anything.
Yes, that's probably for the best. Oh, what do you want now? I told you everything already.
There must be some way to solve your problem.
You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do.
Perhaps I could talk to Ganna for you.
I suppose you could, but what good would that do? The situation hasn't changed.
I can be pretty persuasive.
Really? I'm willing to try anything.
I'll go talk to her now.
Siranas. Oh, ma Siranas. I will pray to the goddess of love that you are successful.
Greetings once again.
Cameron told me about you.
You spoke to him? What did he say?
He said that you refused to give him your hand.
Oh, I am embarrassed to talk about this to you, but I simply cannot accept his proposal. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
If you love him, it doesn't matter what he is, does it?
But what if he never becomes a proper hunter? What will become of our family?
If you love him, then believe in him and help him succeed.
Oh, you are right. I have made poor Cameron miserable. No wonder he cannot complete his hunt. Masiranas, thank you. You have helped me put this into perspective. I will go and speak to Cameron.
As we all stare.
Cameron, I have been a fool.
Ganna? What do you mean? Have you changed your mind?
I have. The outsider has helped me to see that I was wrong. I have made you miserable, and I should not have.
But what about my hunt?
I don't care about that. I know you will pass your hunt in time, and we will be happy. Us and our children.
Thank you, Ganna. You've made me a happy man. I feel blessed by the gods today.
Aww.
We are both very grateful for the part you've played in bringing us together.
How marvelous you are. I am so happy.
This is so wonderful. Young love allowed to flourish.
Here, take this. It's been in my family for a very long time, but I hope it plays some part in your battle against the Darkspawn. It's the very least we could do.
Oh, Liliana approves +4. And she got a new skill, and we got a codex. Let's check. Oh. The notes? Oh! Let's end it here on reading, because I didn't read it before. Codex Article 243, Correspondence Interruptus, a collection of embarrassing personal communications between the spoiled wealthy and their objects of obsession. My elf fruit. The herbalist suggested powdered bronto horn. I was very discreet. Your sunflower. Weird. I think I'm going to save reading more of these for the codex entry. The codex entry episodes. In that case, we've pretty much done all we can here. We've collected some quests to do while we're in the Brecilian Forest. And those are gonna be started next time. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.